Hey, what's going on, Kaiju family? This is Donald Gully from the Godzilla Nerds, and I'm back with a brand new reaction video pertaining to Godzilla's top 10 opponents.
Welcome to Shell Shock, ringing in your ears like the bells to L Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell locks. You can find solace in the cold and cell block. This is Shell Shock, welcome to Shell Shock, ringing in your ears like the bells to L Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell locks. You can find solace in the cold and cell block.
All right, so today, Kaiju family, we're continuing our countdown on Godzilla's top 10 opponents. When I create these videos, I do not create these videos based off my favorite Titans. I create these videos based off of the abilities and the fights that Godzilla has had with each and every opponent I name. So this is episode 4, and I am ready to present to you number 7 on this countdown list. Coming in at number 7 on Godzilla's top 10 opponents, I know some people might laugh, some people might even scoff, but that's okay. I'm going to break down why. Coming in at number 7, we have Biollante. Now, Biollante can technically be considered Godzilla's sister because Biollante was created from part of Godzilla's DNA. Kind of like a human and rose hybrid, which makes Biollante so unique. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie is one of the greatest movies of all time in the Godzilla franchise. I'm not talking about just in the Heisei franchise. I'm talking about Showa, Millennium, Legendary. This movie ranks right up there with the best of them because this is our first time seeing something so unique as Biollante. So let's get right into the slideshow of Biollante. All right, so this is slide number 1. As you can see, Biollante, look at the unique form of Biollante. These tentacles here are very, very deadly. I did have I had a great idea, and nobody steal this, please don't steal this, but I had a great idea for Legendary. You know, we did a show with the podcast, and we were basically saying, like, what abilities would we give Biollante, what changes and tweaks we would make to her. And I said I wanted her tentacles to have different abilities. But these tentacles can be used as whips. They can be used to grab and pull people, as we see in this particular movie. Now, this is awesome. I got to get my hands on this figure. This is Biollante in her rose form. This was one of the most awesome shots in that movie. This shot was so beautiful. This shot was a majestic shot of Biollante. Considering the last transformation that she goes through is not majestic at all, it's pretty scary. But this was a really, really good majestic shot of Biollante. All right, now this is an awesome shot. Okay, Biollante just let that corpse fly, and it's like an acid ball just hit Godzilla. I mean, it was raining acid on Godzilla. Boom, boom, boom. It was it was so disgusting, but it was so cool at the same time because I feel like that's an awesome ability to have for Biollante. And this, last week we did Orga. So we saw where Orga tried to do to Godzilla when Orga was trying to swallow Godzilla, because Orga was slowly turning into a Godzilla hybrid, and that would have been scary. Orga and Godzilla mix, but think about Biollante mixing with Godzilla. We know both of those plans tried to go through, but both of those plans end up failing at the end of the day because Godzilla said, I refuse to be eaten by either one of you. But look at the mouth. Look at the mouth on Biollante. That is creepy. Like, not only does it got rows of teeth on the inside of his mouth like us, but there are literally rows of teeth, like where the tongue goes. Like, I don't have any teeth on my tongue, and that is not a good feeling. Could you imagine kissing a girl with all those teeth? Ugh, that is so disgusting. So now we're going to look at the abilities of Biollante, and this is why I got her at number 7. Despite her plant-like body and rather grounded-looking appearance, Biollante is capable of moving across the ground rather quickly, using her fur-mane tendrils and her rudimentary feet to propel herself forward. Then we got the corrosive sap. That's the image I just showed you guys, where she was, I call it an acid ball because it just looks phenomenal. But in her final form, Biollante retains all previous abilities. That is cool. So she doesn't give up any of her abilities in transformation. She keeps everything, and probably her abilities get stronger. But anyway, it says Biollante retains all her previous abilities, though she does acquire an additional one, which is the ability to spit large quantities of radioactive corrosive sap from her large mouth. The radiation is clearly visible as orange energy spores within sap stream. Then we have the regeneration. Biollante also sports extremely enhanced regeneration capabilities, showing she seemingly completely regenerated the back part of her head after it had been blown off by Godzilla's atomic ray, showing off some of that King Ghidorah regeneration that we saw in King of the Monsters. Biollante also has the ability, her spores. Biollante can also transform into cloud spores when she's severely wounded and move through air. Using this technique, she survived both of her fights with Godzilla. In Biollante's rose form, her cellular division is her abnormally affected is abnormally, affected by Godzilla's atomic ray, resulting negatively in heavy body damage. According to Dr. Shiragami, Biollante is completely immortal and cannot die due to both her regenerative capacity and ability to break apart in the energy spores when wounded. So she is immortal. Tendrils. Biollante in her rose form can constrict and grapple with an enemy with her many tendrils and mouth vines, each of which are capable of spitting a highly corrosive sap that can blind an opponent. Ooh, some of her tendrils in her final form resemble spears and are capable of piercing through Godzilla's flesh relatively easily with one of the impaling Godzilla's hand. And that's true because even in her rose form, she used those um, tentacles to grab Godzilla. In her final form, she does the same thing, even hitting Godzilla and using Godzilla. So now we're going to watch a small little clip here of this corrosive sap, and here it is. As you can see, it's like it's just raining just pure acid on Godzilla. And this is one of my favorite shots in the film. Look at that. That's so nasty. The scenery is dark where how they're fighting. That is super duper awesome. And I have Biollante at number 7. And when I read all those abilities, I know you guys were like, really? Number 7? Well, the reason I have Biollante at number 7, whether people want to acknowledge this or not, and maybe not, this is just my opinion from watching the film, which is one of my favorite films. I thought that Godzilla didn't have as much as a tough time as the other opponents I have ranked ahead of Biollante on this particular list. But guys, stick around. I got a lot of good opponents coming up on this channel. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is Donald Gully from the Godzilla Nerds. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.
Welcome to Shell Shock, bringing in your ears like the bells to El Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell locks. You can find solace in the coldest cell block. This is Shell Shock, welcome to Shell Shock, bringing in your ears like the bells to El Rock. It doesn't matter whether or not you sell locks.